welcome to Pick Central. Today is May 20th. We have Hubs, Clemmer, myself, Big Ev, Liam, and Phil in the back. Steve's back there as well. Today, brought to you by DraftKings. The NBA Finals are almost here. We are in the championship. And every play could be the one that changes everything. This is the NBA playoffs where heroes rise, legacies are built, and the action never lets up. And with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you don't just want to watch the madness, you live it. Back your favorite team, ride with your clutch time killer, bet on the buzzer beaters, the breakout performances, the game-winning threes. From player props to the same game parlays, this is how you take your fandom to the next level. New to the game, no sweat. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll score $300 in bonus bets. It's that easy. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Also, if you're in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Michigan, or West Virginia, check out DraftKings Casino. Dana and I played last night. I was telling Hubs, there's literally a game that's called Numbers, and you just pick a number, 1 to 100, 0 to 100, over or under. That's it. It's
kind of fun.
Dude, yesterday we put $19 to win 300 on under 7, and it hit.
No.
It was awesome.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like, if you just get a little ballsy. Also, we did do a strategy where we're like, we're going to bet over 1 every single time to win 50 cents. Fifth one hit 0. So that was so there is not really strategy. It's just,
So did the odds change? Like, let's say it's like 7, for instance. Like,
Yeah.
the odds shift depending on.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
there was one, like, if
It's like 98.
you do over 98, it was like 100 to win like $4,000.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So it's a great game.
It's interesting.
But like a unique, kind of like a makeshift version of roulette, like a little
Yeah.
like
a little bit.
pseudo
Yeah, it's
With
roulette.
a little bit, like, maybe like thinking involved, like a tiny bit, not like that.
I don't think there's any thinking. It's just
Well, no, you're thinking like, what do I do with the odds here, right? Like if it's a 37, I got to think like, all right, what is the smart play here?
Yeah, like 37.
Wait, but do you pick it though beforehand?
You pick the number.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then there's no thinking. It's
You pick.
just like you just pick over under 37.
You pick the number. Say if it's
and
48.
it's obviously the odds range.
Yeah.
Of
All
whatever
right.
number you
So
pick.
48, it's more of like a 50
Right.
chance. So over under is whatever. But if you
I
go to
see.
97, you
Yeah.
have 3 numbers that you could hit if you pick over.
That's interesting. So but you control the number.
You control the number.
That's why I think it's like roulette. That's like very roulette.
Yeah. Next time I come over, I want to play that with you.
No,
That sounds fun.
It's really fun.
You got my mind thinking.
So yeah, go check out DraftKings Casino as well. All right, we're gonna talk about the NBA game,
Why aren't the Knicks tonight?
dude.
The Pacers haven't played in a week.
It's 'cause
Knicks series ended on Friday.
I want more rest.
We have had plenty of.
You've had no joke though. You
I'm
really
fine
have.
with the rest.
It's fine with the rest. But it is just like the Knicks should be tonight and the Timberwolves
know.
should be tomorrow.
It's because the East ended too soon.
Yeah, I know that's what this is. Just
Well, that's because if we
TV
went to 7, we would have played last night.
Right, but the fact that we didn't, shouldn't you be able to just adjust it?
I think it's just TV. I think.
Yeah, I think the TV's all set up way in
So-
advance.
TV and also like
I'm off.
I mean, like exact days the conference finals and finals are way in advance.
The NBA
Like, it's all
playoffs-
locked
some
in.
stadiums have
The
concerts.
NBA
things like
playoffs
that too.
and the
Hockey.
NHL playoffs are the longest playoffs of all time.
It's a war.
It's another season. It's like another
No,
mini
dude,
season.
It really is.
It's so long. Like even like you
2
would
months.
think baseball would be baseball's quick.
We do it in a month.
Yeah, baseball's quick.
There's no days off. Some
NHL truly
periods of
might
time.
be 4 months. It actually might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to the game tonight because I want to go more in depth with it. But like to be honest, the leading story is like Juan Soto's everywhere. It's everywhere. As a Yankee fan, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. It's so funny. Like slow-mo is calling him Juan slow-mo is so funny.
So funny.
And it's just like, if I'm being honest, I know you get upset, but like he does look a little like 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 he looks like he's more annoyed. Like he used to be a guy where he would like after we lost in playoff games, he would talk to the media. Like he'd always be the guy, like a stand-up guy. And he didn't do the mic thing in Sunday Night Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
He's done answering questions about Aaron Judge. He said he was going to be available after the Subway Series, I think, for media. and then he said, "Let me go talk to my family." Never came back. There's just weird things happening with Juan Soto that you didn't hear about last year. Seriously,
This has this has nothing to do with Juan Soto. It has everything to do with this. Like 35% of Mets fans, and back in Boston, they would call this the fellowship of the miserable. It's these group of people that just want to everything Mets. They're going to be negative. It's not just Frank. I know people think I'm like subtweeting Frank here. It's not just Frank. There's a lot of people out there, and we saw this, and Meek will agree. We saw this with Lindor. We've seen this. We saw this with Beltran. Remember I don't know if you're too young. His first year. Like, this is what Mets fans do. And it sucks. Like, I don't know why people need to do this. Just be like negative for negative's sake. And if I'm a Yankees fan, I'm on the sidelines, I'm watching this and cackling. I'd be eating my popcorn just like you guys. I totally get it. You guys want to shit on this. And then the media then has nothing to write about until the next Knicks game. So they're going to jump on this too because they're bloodthirsty. So it's like this perfect storm. And this happens all the time with Mets players. It happens. And I'll give Yankee fans credit and Yankees credit. You guys don't eat your own like we do. We eat our own. And I don't understand why.
I think this is. I'm not saying anything you said was wrong. I think this was bigger than the Lindor thing. Like, I feel like it was more of a national story than the Lindor thing.
yeah.
I disagree entirely.
I do too.
Why?
Lindor
It went on
really-
for longer too.
No, but it was bigger in your guys' heads. But I'm saying to national media, this is far bigger.
Jeff
than
Passan had to put out a tweet yesterday that he
Yes, that's
private
true.
jet.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
true.
this is bigger. There's a bigger story. Lindor played worse, no doubt.
No,
early on.
it's not even
but-
that he played worse. He punched a teammate in the dugout and they had to lie about seeing a rat or a raccoon.
Yes.
Like, there's levels
But-
to this.
but
Like,
it's
Juan
still-
Soto's not fighting teammates.
But it still didn't
Yeah,
carry.
but there's
But it
levels
didn't
to
carry
this.
that
There's
way.
levels to
It
this
did.
too.
It
that's-
did.
I don't think it did. I think you guys are too enthralled in the Mets.
The raccoon thing carried. Like,
I'm not saying it was nothing.
was
I'm saying this is far. Like this is.
you guys are also in
Let me ask you
your
a question,
Yankee
though.
cocoons. A
Did
little
you
bit.
hear about anything about Juan Soto last year negative on the Yankees?
No.
Exactly. Where I'm
No, you
saying,
did
like,
hear. I said you guys don't eat your own like we do.
I think we do.
I don't think you do.
not as much as you.
No,
guys
you
have,
guys
though.
will go after like the
Joey Gallo.
but Joey Gallo stunk.
he was
He
really
deserved
bad.
to get shit on. Juan Soto has been a good player for the Mets this year. Has he been great so far? No, but he's been really good. He's been and he will be great.
Fine.
He's been
good.
no. He's been
Really good is
Hasn't
not
been
the
really
word.
Well, he
Really
has
good
a,
is
he
a
has a
stretch.
138 OPS plus. So that's
All right, and
really
he's
good.
4 for 50 with runners.
Yeah, I think really good isn't. He's
Really
been
good.
He's been
re-
good.
He's
been good.
been really good.
We said we said Ben Rice has been better.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's fact.
Correct.
Sure.
So he's been
up to this.
outstanding.
And you've trashed Ben Rice.
Oh, Ben Rice had a horrible. I shouldn't say horrible. Ben Rice has had a bad. Okay, I'll put it this way.
He's played better this year than Juan Soto.
Let me say this:
Gold
by the
standard
end of the
still.
year, Juan Soto will have significantly better stats than Ben Rice.
For your
I mean,
sake,
I would
fucking
hope so. I'd hope so.
I really hope so.
We're paying the guy.
You know who he
That's
might not
much.
though? Paul Goldschmidt will have.
Like,
might
I
be
don't know
better.
why you're talking about Ben Rice. I'll go back to my original point. You guys.
Well, you said
are
he-
trying
you
to,
can't say he's
trying
been
to
really good.
change the goalpost here.
You said Soto's been really good. He has not been really good.
Soto's been really good. He hasn't been great. He's been really good. Okay, fine. We can disagree on that. I don't care what you guys honestly say about that. But when it comes to eating your own, you did this with Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo deserved to get shit on. Like, you guys shit on the guys that deserve to get shit on. For some reason, like I said, 35% of Mets fans, not most, it's some, and for some reason they all
Well, I'll tell you the reason.
live online.
760 million reasons why. They're expecting him to play to that level, and he's not playing to that level. That's why they're
It's
shitting
been
on him.
6 weeks though, and he's been really good. Now you guys, whatever you got, or good, whatever, how you guys want to frame it. He's been a 138 OPS plus is really good, and he's going to be great. He's Juan Soto. He's 26. He's had a track record of being great. Like, for fans on the Mets to jump on him, I understand why you guys would. For fans of the Mets to jump on him is just so idiotic. It's frustrating.
I agree with that.
He hasn't been on a
That's
team, though,
frustrating.
that
But
he's
he's
been sad
noticeably
on, you know?
looks different.
sad. Why is he shuffling?
And you want, and I know
mean,
we were talking before.
I don't know.
And like, listen,
People are asking.
Why is he not shuffling?
I don't give a.
Answer the question.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
I would
I
like.
don't care.
You don't
I
care.
would-
I think you
You
should
care a little
I think
bit.
you should give
You
a
don't
fuck.
care why he's not shuffling?
Care at all. Just-
Meek, you don't care why he's not shuffling?
If he's not, if his OPS is 900, it's
So
like
you guys keep doing one thing. What about the bad things he's doing?
I want him feeling
like
good.
he is doing bad things. You guys just keep saying the
What are
one good,
what are
like
the bad things he's doing?
runners in scoring position, not
The whole
great.
team
That,
is.
Oh, see, they can't.
No, but
they
no.
can't
I'll say this much.
just-
I
negative on him.
think the water will find its level there. Now maybe I'm wrong.
That's fine, but
I-
right this second,
right
he
this second,
is not doing that well. He's not
right, but he's
playing
doing
the
other
outfield
things well,
great.
though.
He's not playing the outfield
He's been
great.
more aggressive on the
thinks
base.
he's hustling.
And he's also not
He's
hustling.
been fine in the outfield. I disagree with that. I think he's been
been
fine.
great.
I also think that
Thinks he's hustling out there.
okay. His base running has been
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, what do you want me to say?
I mean, that was a story.
No troll, no troll. The
That's bad.
disconnect of the.
That's weird.
I'm
That's
hustling
bad.
too.
That was
He needs
bad.
hustle more. That's not good.
Now, I did say this
That's not
earlier. I said that didn't happen with the Yankees because Boone would never say what Mendoza did last
Oh,
night.
he won it.
Boone would be like, yeah, he's been running really good out there.
Yeah.
To me,
Actually,
that,
fastest
that,
I've ever
Defend him to
seen
a
run.
fault.
Yeah.
that's on Mendoza. I think Mendoza's been a very good manager for the Mets so far. But manager's number one job is communication. And he dropped the ball there.
I think that's a Mendoza thing where he got swept up in public media, where it's like he wants to be on the side of the public there
He usually isn't,
instead of
though.
with that. In this case, it seemed like it because like
know.
your star player, no matter what he says, is what you should say.
You want to say stuff behind closed doors? Fine.
Yes, but your
when
star
you're
player, you
public
just
facing, I agree.
just signed him for $1 billion, basically.
Also, like, they're not hustling stuff. Whatever. Like, okay, he didn't run out of the box. I agree. But he's also been
Back-to-back
Ironically, though, he's been more aggressive. On
I
the
have no
base- on the
problem
base
what he did
pass, base running.
yesterday. I actually have no problem what he did.
He's been
yesterday.
stealing more bases. He's been running. I mean, I see it go to the games. He's been going like first. Like he's been doing more things. His defense has been fine. Is it great? No, but it's just as fine as it was with you
just
guys.
get more scrutinized when you are making $800
I mean,
million.
when Shohei Ohtani steals 4 bases in 5 games, people just calm themselves over. Juan Soto does. It's like, oh, he's not running hard.
Right.
Shohei Ohtani's just a little.
But
better.
I'm just saying, it's like
No,
he
but-
come to himself over stolen bases
to feel-
last year. Now when Juan Soto does that, it's like, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Everyone
You're
sees
losing.
But everyone glosses over that point. Well, we're not. But that's the other
In
thing.
those games.
The Mets.
In those games.
The Mets aren't losing. The Mets have over 600 win percentage. The Mets are very good.
On
I-
pace for 98 wins.
I'm not disputing that.
people
Rico
just
was
wanna
right
be
though.
negative.
Rico was
saying,
right.
in
Phillies
those-
are in first.
On
those
May
stolen-
20th, yeah.
Rico was right.
Those stolen base games, you lost them. That's why people aren't coming themselves. He ain't stealing and wins.
He also doesn't pitch, so that's what you can't go to
Ohtani
Ohtani.
Ohtani doesn't pitch either.
Yes,
Marty.
but he does.
I mean, I don't know if he does anymore.
I don't know if he does.
Like, no, I don't
when
know
has
if
he
he does.
pitched?
When's his?
You guys truly are the worst.
No,
in the
hasn't
world.
pitched the Dodgers.
There's
I'm not
a
even being
reason.
negative.
No, you are because there's a reason
there's
why
talk.
he gets more grace than people is because he steals 50 bases and also hits 50 home runs.
Ohtani's
And
incredible.
Ohtani and Juan Soto doesn't do it. That's why they
Lost
come
the
each other.
plot. Let's get off Ohtani.
No, that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know how
Phil
Ohtani
Phil acts different players where Ohtani just gets different treatment because he's
Ohtani's better.
way better.
No, that's fine.
That's why it's super
I'm only
conversation.
pushing back in the pitching thing because there's no.
I know, but I'm just saying like there's a stupid conversation with Ohtani and Juan Soto.
I agree.
It's not the same thing.
I'm no argument here.
Yes.
I
So
agree.
my point is also the Mets fans have no idea how to deal with these people when they pay them a ton because the same thing happened like with Lindor when Lindor first started. He was awful when he first started, right?
Yeah, he struggled.
He was horrible, and Mets
595
fans.
OPS on June 1st.
Mets fans fucking wanted to lose their minds.
They were losing their minds.
Because they paid this guy, and you paid Juan Soto where if you get $800 million, you are scrutinized every little thing, and he didn't run out of ball, people are going to be pissed off. And then if he's looking like he was, when you're chummy with an old team too, I would be mad as well as my I would be as a Yankee fan.
I don't care. I didn't care
If my
about that at all.
Yankees guy, if my team the guy left my team and he's like chummy with the other team, he doesn't run out balls, I'd be fucking furious. Would you?
Absolutely.
Would you?
I was mad about
If he's not running out the
two different
balls.
things.
I don't. That's
Two different
why-
things.
The chumminess.
No, I'm saying.
Chumminess, I don't
no,
care.
I'm
Chumminess, I
saying
wouldn't really
both
like.
The ball
together.
piss-
I'm saying both together. He's chummy with the team, and that exact game.
One thing bothered me. One thing for me
No,
personally. But
listen,
maybe you're right.
I'm saying
Overall.
that he was chummy, and that exact game he did not run up the ball. So that's where I'm like, why are we like? And he also got one hit in the series, where it's like, it just more make me mad. But again, I understand Juan Soto's gonna be completely fine, but right now this is a huge story that's happening, and it's a disaster for the Mets.
I would
I don't think
love
it's
to
I
hear.
disagree completely.
It could be worse.
It's not a disaster, Marty. We
Could
have
be.
Juan Soto. It's
If they
gonna be
were
fine.
if they were a 500 team and this was happening,
But you
it's a way bigger
you
thing.
guys should be like having fun with this. I
Well,
get
yeah,
it.
it's a disaster. The Mets
It's not
like
a disaster, Marty.
It's supposed to be such a great season, and it's
There-
we got one slow mo happening in
That happening 2 months.
one
into
slow mo
his
in
Mets
May is
career.
brutal.
Yeah.
Didn't happen once in New York.
What would be a better scenario? Would you rather the Mets be a 500 team
no
right
shit.
now
Exactly.
with Juan Soto 1,000 OPS, or him having an 800 OPS and they're 10 games over? It's like
People.
Or one slow mo in May and not have anything happen on the Yankees.
but they're 10 games over 500.
But it doesn't matter in May. I thought.
Their
Was the standing matter or not?
standings don't matter.
So
record
there's
does.
I think standings do matter. I disagree with Phil on that. So we
Standings
disagree
don't
there.
matter. Record does.
That doesn't make any sense.
make
Yes, it
actually.
does.
No, it's
Well,
they
actually,
go
it does
hand in
make
hand.
sense.
They go hand in hand.
Actually, it makes sense with the wild card. Phil's not wrong.
They go hand in hand.
about that.
I think they both matter.
I think they both matter 100%.
Standings
both
doesn't matter?
Standings do not matter.
So
to me,
I think they do.
because you can make up.
doesn't matter if the
It
Orioles.
matter some.
You have 140 games to go.
So if the Yankees were in fourth place right now,
You
would
don't
you
anymore.
talk about
Now
this?
you got about
If the
100.
Yankees
You
are in
got less than
fourth place, no one
120, Phil.
cares.
If you think if the Yankees are in fourth place, no one would care, you're insane.
People would care
How
because
do
they're dumb.
standings not matter?
Because
The Mets have a better record than the Yankees because they have 2 more wins right now. So they're 29-19.
Mets have the same record as the Dodgers, I believe.
Okay, let me finish my thought. So the Mets have 2 more wins, same amount of losses as the Yankees. The Mets currently are out of first place by half a game. The Yankees are in first place by 6 games in the loss column. How does standings not matter?
Because you can make up 6 games very quickly. The Yankees and Red Sox haven't even played head-to-head yet.
They haven't. But like, there's a
make up
different
6
There's a way
make
different
up 6
comfort level if
games
I'm playing in the AL East presently is than the NL
Because
East.
I've seen 10-game leads evaporate like pretty quickly.
I'm not saying that's
I've also
the
seen
case.
them hang in there too. Look at the 84 Tiger. I mean, but you go through the list. Like,
That's not me saying the division's over, but I feel great right now with my division lead compared to where I know you guys are going to have the Phillies and Braves on your
Well,
ass.
can I tell
all
you
fucking
something?
But I
long.
also,
Can I tell you
all
something?
that matters is making the playoffs. The division doesn't matter.
Winning the division gets you in the playoffs.
But also,
Winning the division does matter.
having a top 6 record gets you in the playoffs. It's
Winning
all
the
So
about-
like you like to be home though. I mean,
Winning-
I'd love to
these
be
are-
home. These are all advantages.
You don't
that
think winning division matters?
I don't. Well, this is the argument we had on this
these
show.
are advantages
I
you
don't
prefer
know.
to have? I mean,
You don't think
Avoiding that 3-game series.
That's the thing. It's like, remember, some people say like,
Massive.
I don't know.
You're an idiot if you think
No,
that.
no, no,
You're an
no.
idiot. I
Every-
think when people say that if the rest hurts the teams, you're a fucking moron.
Every
I think
October
Yankees.
gets
I think
done.
you're right, Marty. I think
Yankees
you're
ended
right.
that last year.
Unfortunately, it happens. It happens sometimes.
I think
that
you're right.
The ones like the fucking Celtics just lost to a 3. Like it doesn't matter the rest thing. I know it's not the different sport, but the rest thing is just like I think it's just by chance. It's what's happened recently, and everyone likes to run with
You
it.
don't want to put yourself always in a position to be eliminated, especially in the best of
Also,
3. where
didn't the
anything can happen.
Dodgers and the Yankees both win their division last
They
year?
Correct.
both had the best records
the
in
one
their
seed,
respective
yeah.
There you
They
go.
both had
So it's
the
like
break. That's
no one
over
likes to
with.
talk about it when it happens.
Right.
But it's
No.
like
That's fair.
winning your division definitely matters. Home field advantage matters. I think that obviously
series.
it only matters getting in. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like getting in matters. That's all. As long as you have a chance, of
Yeah, it
course.
matters, but it's
but
not end
I
all,
think
be all.
winning the division definitely matters. And I will say our division's wrapped up. I'm telling you.
Oh,
It's
I
wrapped
wouldn't
up.
say that.
The Red Sox.
I'll just shake
I'll
his
tell
head.
you right this second. We're not playing well. We're not even playing that well.
I think we're playing well now.
We're playing right now, but we weren't.
7 of the last 10.
starting to
I think the last
We're
2
not
weeks-
playing well.
The last 2 weeks, you're really seeing a good pace.
We were already in first before that.
yeah.
This division is really down right now. The Red Sox are not playing
fair.
well. The
Blue Jays are not playing well.
the Orioles are 16 games
No.
under 500.
Rays aren't playing well.
Yeah, there's like not much of like I understand things can happen, but I'm saying
I feel great about it. It's more there's 2 main guys that are pivotal to this team right now. That if something happened to them, it would
Max Fried
change.
and Aaron Judge.
Yes, of course.
There's
So, I mean,
also we're
obviously,
also have
if something happened, like that would change
of
things
course
dramatically.
that if it's
I would say outside of that, I would agree with you. I feel great about this.
yeah, I think
No,
you
you can
should.
cross the Blue Jays off. You can cross the Rays off. You can cross the Orioles off.
That's what I'm
right
saying.
Now.
Yeah, fair.
I'm
No,
not
fair.
crossing the Red Sox
If you
off.
can cross
no,
it,
no,
You have Roman Anthony lurking whenever they decide to pull that trigger. You have Marcel Mayer ready to pull that
that
trigger.
to me doesn't mean much.
I think
They have
crossing off the Blue Jays is a little premature.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't cross them
Bro,
off.
I
wouldn't
I'm not
cross
saying
them
it's
off
right,
either.
but I
Blue
wouldn't
Jays
cross
are the
them off.
exact same team they've
I'm not
been
saying
for
they're
the
gonna
last
win. I wouldn't
5
cross
years.
them off.
But I think
I'd
they're going
cross
to
them
be
off.
like
Two different things.
around 500 in July. Probably make a move that will backfire on them. Like,
Exactly. Well, you just proved our
but I
point.
wouldn't write
Do
them
they
off.
have a negative run?
Also, we're gonna add someone. We're also getting Luis Heel back. Like there is people we're getting back too.
That's fair.
right.
And like I swear,
Stan hasn't even swung a
and
bat
Stanton,
yet. I mean,
yeah.
Wait,
Well,
Heel,
he might not. So
No,
Heel
been-
would be-
He's been hitting.
he's BP.
Heel will be a massive ad.
Yes.
And also, we're gonna add somebody.
Stan's is like be there in September and October.
Right.
Dude,
right
it's
now,
just like, be there
the
then.
Yankees have a pretty formidable top 3 in their rotation that like they've had the weather to get to this point, but now we're there. Like, and then you add Heel to that. You got a really good
But my
4,
point
and
was-
then you go add that 5th guy, or if Will Warren continues this little this little positive thing he's got going here. But yeah, they're the
My
rotation.
point with the Yankees
the bullpen's
was
going to be great.
The bullpen
Bullpen's
wasn't good. Like Devin Williams had a 9-year array.
Right, they should, in theory, have 30 wins right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like things that Bellinger was horrible for a while. He's hitting now.
Him coming around has
and
made me
that's
feel
good.
so much better.
Volpe
about
has
this
been abysmal. He's
Volpe's
been. Say it.
lately.
No. Say
His overall numbers are still fine. They are.
he's been bad, dude.
Their overall
You
numbers
have
are still
to admit
fine.
when he's not been good.
He has not been good lately, but the overall, if you give me his stats right now
Looking at it right
in
now.
March, with
You're
his
not taking
defense
it.
and the base running, yes, I take
You
that.
absolutely take it. Marty's got a 111. Yes, absolutely, Marty. Marty, he's 24 too. Like
know.
I like.
I think
Volpe
for
a
me,
lot.
it's more just where he's in the lineup. Like you don't need him to be
Right.
something special.
You also got to
He's got
understand.
a 1.5 WAR. Like,
gotta-
what are we talking about
You
here?
got to understand.
fine. He's
We
been
got to
fine.
understand.
Yeah,
Why
also
is that crazy?
Because he's been. Hubs, tell him why.
because he's not Corey Seager.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Well, he's also a guy we've been promised to be.
He's going to be a 5 WAR player this year.
We've been promised that he was going to be. Let me fucking
I
explain.
know. I'm kind of in shock. Okay.
Because he hasn't been good. If you watched first of all, the Mets game last game was
Bad. The
horrible.
3-0 strikeout was horrible.
He's
Yes.
been not even close
He's
to the ball.
streaky. That's his problem.
When I say horrible, you've been doing a show with me for 3 years. When I say horrible, I'm not saying that he's like a bottom 10 player. He's not living up to the standard that that he should be playing at. Is my
He's having a better year than last year.
It's May, and it's also the same. He's been the same every year. Same stats
He's
every
getting
year.
better though.
No, he hasn't been getting better.
He's
He
been
is.
better this year.
He
No,
is,
but
Marty.
every year he's been the same, and it's May. So every year has been the same. So it goes down. What I'm saying, Clemmer. Goes down. It goes back to exactly. He'll have the same exact stats he did last year.
I don't think he will.
I think he'll be better.
I think
I'll
he'll
bet
be better
you-
too. He's
okay.
24. He's like
I keep saying
he's
his age. I understand.
Well, he's on the up track though. He's doing.
Volpe's
His year
problem.
last
Everything
year-
is. What
His
he's
year
doing-
last year and the year before is not an up track.
No, it's fair.
Not. That's
No,
what I'm
no,
saying. This May doesn't matter. It's right now,
hell now.
sure.
His issue is he's too streaky. Because
Yes.
when he's down,
It's bad.
but then he'll come back up. But then it's going to come back down. Like it doesn't really level.
That's what
That's the problem. But his overall numbers right now,
Yeah, he's got. His
take it.
The best on base percentage he's
Take
had
it is what I'm saying.
got
Yes,
30
that's why I don't want to take it with him. I've been waiting for him to have that jump of like Volpe has arrived. He hasn't.
It's gonna.
You're not wrong about that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But you do also have to understand that what we're presently getting is still valuable.
Fine. Yes, it's fine. It's
That's all
fine.
I'm saying.
But what my point is.
George Lombard may be what we thought Volpe's going to be.
Yeah.
I just think May's too early to write off teams. That's all. Unless like there are certain teams.
I'm
like,
writing
The
them off.
Rockies.
I just
There are
don't
certain teams you can write off.
like Baltimore's done.
Baltimore, yes, I have no problem writing them off. 16 games under 500.
Yeah, Baltimore's done.
I don't know if a team-
Tampa, I've seen. There's nothing there.
You say that, but they're only 4.5 out of a wild card. Like that's.
But
I know we're saying things don't
with
matter,
Juan
but-
not writing the
Franco,
Rays off.
with Franco out of the picture now, like there's no superstar there. It's just a bunch of guys, and their pitching is.
We're also
Do you
writing,
believe
but
all
we're
three, like,
also
AL
writing them
Central?
off about winning the division, not
Okay.
the wild card.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
that's-
talking about.
that's a different
You know, I'm
conversation,
talking.
my
No
bad.
one's talking about the playoffs.
Only
I'm
talking division
about
here.
Okay.
You can sneak as a wild card. There's a bunch of teams make it. Yeah,
I don't care about
Sounds
the
like
wild
4
card.
AL Central teams are not making a wild card.
No, when we said write them off, is them winning the division.
Okay, that's more than
That's
fair.
different.
Yeah. And I stand by that. I would be shocked if the Blue Jays win
Also,
the fucking AL
Rockies
East.
have made a pretty big move today.
Tell me they DFA'd somebody.
Chris Bryant.
No way.
That's the only thing. I don't know.
What?
What are you doing, Phil?
Oh. Oh.
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa, attaboy, Phil.
Congratulations.
That's good right there. Yeah, well, they won't let me put
Congrats,
out.
Marty.
They won't let me put out the video, but
You gotta
that's
go.
fine.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You're out.
You're batting third tonight.
The thing
Wow.
is, I could play for the Rockies. I truly think I can
Yeah.
with this team. I definitely can.
Not taking them live. The Phillies live last night where they're down 2-0 was a mistake.
Let's talk about this NBA game tonight.
No, I'm thinking the same. I had the same thought.
It was like
I know.
it was there.
I know.
I thought the same.
I thought the
last
same
night. And
thing,
then you
too.
look up and it's like 9-3. Like,
It happened
what the
so
fuck
quick.
did I-
Schwarber's
I-
homer. It's like,
I
oh
know,
my god.
I know.
They almost had the most runs of the night.
Congrats, whoever took Pedro Pajes for King of the Diamond.
Unbelievable. I had a
Came out
five.
the wrong bias.
I had a 5-leg parlay out there that I hit a few in. Taylor Ward, but they didn't score enough runs. Pedro Pajes. Whoever has that, do you just get $1 million bet?
It was one guy.
One guy.
No, so I was talking to my friend. So
Like his buddy from high school.
Wait, so Rico took the other guy?
yeah, Andy Pajes.
Andy Paz.
Unbelievable. So if you were to get that, let's say you're the only person, you get $4,250 bonus bets. It comes in like it doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't get one. You don't get any
Usually,
credit.
the one I'd seen a lot of them come in like 1,000 increments. So you just got like a.
Okay,
just got
so
like-
I think it varies on what the payout is because I saw someone screenshot and a few replies like they got a bunch of 250s. So you get $100,000 bonus bets. That's not that math. 1,000. No. What is it?
What are you trying to say?
How many bonus bets would you get from $1 million.
It was 1,000. You get 1,000 of it.
$1,000 bonus bets.
That would be pretty
That'd be
good.
so cool, man.
So how would you rather it? Real quick.
That sounds.
What if I offer you 100 $10,000 bonus bets?
No, I want the 1,000.
You want 1,000?
Yeah, I'm set for life. Life. Because I'll hit one.
Oh, I'd say May 2025.
Maybe. I might be,
So look,
I would just start firing them on like. The
I'd be doing some
craziest
crazy shit.
Like,
That's what I'm
'cause
saying.
I'd start
I'm down to
putting
hit
them on,
I
one.
think you'd make it the month.
shit. I'd start putting them on like massive underdogs and stuff. I'd be like, fuck it, I got them to blow.
Yeah.
Start fucking around with them.
Orioles to win a game.
Ebo's so sad, by the way. They don't even answer anymore. Like, they're so sad. Like, he was like, we can win 15 in a row. They lost yesterday. Like, he was like, we could rattle 15 in a row. No, you have to win one to get 15
Have you seen
in a
your
row.
pitching? No, you can't.
No, they're horrible. They're actually an embarrassing organization.
RDT's Twitter feed is like a funeral home.
You know what's...
Very
I
sad.
It
always
went from
found-
so loud to so
I
quiet
forgot.
so fast.
Why haven't they tweeted that video? Why hasn't Phil? Where's the video of me saying about the prospects?
Prospects, all these
Why
great
can't you?
prospects.
I think you should tweet that out for me.
I'll bring it back up.
I think you should.
Prospects.
Just because of prospects. Look at me, Oriole fans. You're all losers. You're all absolute losers. And only good thing about your organization is your owner who did his own bobblehead, because I thought that was funny. And besides that, he ain't going to pay for shit besides his bobblehead. And you're always going to suck because prospects need other pieces that you go and buy in free agency. And you won't do it, and you're absolute losers.
You know what they have? The splash zone. They do the water
What's that?
thing, and they try to drown their fans.
They're sad, man. They're
Marty,
sad.
Marty, you're like, look, I'm a big prospects guy, but you're absolutely right, Marty. You need other pieces. Look at the Yankees in the late '90s, right? They had they had the best homegrown class I've ever seen. Mariano, Jeter, Bernie Williams. Go through the list, but they still had to go get Paul O'Neill.
Yes.
They still had to go get David Cohn. You still
always
have to
need
go get
more.
those guys.
Dude, it was set up for them. You have your lineup. You didn't need to go sign anyone for the lineup. Just go spend on the rotation a little bit.
Dude,
and instead,
get one.
Corn Burns leaves. Go get somebody else.
The
Get
fact
one
that
pitcher.
Trade some prospects. Go get Crochet.
You guys went and got Max Fried. Now, at the time, you didn't need Max Fried so much. You had Garrett Cole. You guys still went out and did that, and that's why the Yankees are where they are, and the Orioles went and got Charlie Morton, and that's why that's where they are.
Exactly.
Bingo.
That's the difference.
Kyle Gibson just wasn't it.
Kyle Gibson, which sucks because
Trevor Rogers.
I'm having a horrible betting year. Kyle Gibson was the only thing keeping me relatively
You,
afloat.
Cookie and Gibson.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Now it's
And
over.
they're both gone.
No one picked up Cookie, huh?
No, he's
He's back with us. He's in the minors.
He chose to be in the minors.
No one.
Supposed to
He,
go
he
back?
he cleared waivers and now he's just back.
It was
but
his
he's-
decision. He chose to go AAA.
He's just in
I actually bet he's like a pretty good voice for like minor leaguers in
course
AAA.
he
Like
I'm hoping we get
as
him
a
back.
38, however old he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking. Where's our AAA?
Scranton.
and
Oh, that poor bastard.
He's a
He's
rail
riding the
rider.
bus. He's riding the bus everywhere. My God.
yeah, Cookie on a bus.
All right, let's talk about the game tonight. It's -7.5 OKC, which it's so funny to see these numbers in the Western Conference Final. Like 7.5.
It's a bigger number than I thought it'd be.
That makes me love OKC tonight.
I know.
I'm really high on OKC in this series. I said OKC in 5. I'm on OKC tonight. Maybe I'll be embarrassed tonight, but I really think OKC is.
It's an interesting. This was an interesting series to me. I think the Knicks and the Pacers are I really think I think the Knicks are better, but they're pretty evenly matched.
Really close.
I think I understand that series. This series, I don't really understand what it's going to look like because I think it's going to be. I think the Timberwolves are more physical, but the OKC is more talented, obviously, and they're more deep. I don't know. I'm very confused. This is where are they too young? OKC. Is this where does that show up in this? I don't know. I don't think so. But what else is your guys' thoughts on this series?
I think Minnesota's pretty deep too. Like I think they're one of the teams that can
definitely
actually
are.
kind of match like their deepness to a
I
degree.
agree.
I mean, when you have like Nas Reed coming off the bench and like some of these guys like Alexander Walker, crazy that him and Shea are cousins.
What?
Like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikhil Alexander Walker are cousins.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
They
Che.
have.
Steven
You know
Che.
what? They have too many names in that to
Yeah.
even realize.
That is crazy.
SGA, SGA, and yeah,
I know
both
what you
have
mean,
long
though.
ass.
They're both long names, so you're like, I'm not going to even know that.
No, I think they match up well. I like the Timberwolves tonight, but I like the Thunder for the series.
I was going.
I think they catch them. I think they might even win. I wouldn't even be shocked if the Timberwolves pulled one off tonight and then end up losing in 6 or 7. But yeah, I think I just think it's tough for the Thunder to have such a long series like that, quick turnaround, almost even like an emotional like come down from like getting that game, and then you got to come right back. Like the Timberwolves have been sitting there just like salivating. I don't know. I just think the Timberwolves are really good. I think they just play great defense, but the Thunder play great defense too. I don't hate the under tonight either. But I took the Timberwolves.
That's 217.5.
I took Timberwolves plus 7.5 already.
I want to know what version of Anthony Edwards we're getting in the series, because there's too many times.
I think you're going to get a killer. I really do.
There's too many times where he's just like so passive and off to the side. And it's like, dude, you're a potentially top 5 player in the league. Like, you got to have the ball and going. And sometimes I think he just plays too passive. And obviously, when he's a killer, he's unbelievable. He gets the basket at will. He bangs threes. He's locked on defense. He's talking shit. Am I getting that guy for all 7? If that's the case, then I like Minnesota. But I don't know if I am. And I don't know what OKC can throw guys at you defensively that like they can take him out. And then I don't know how Randall's going to be. Randall was so good against the Warriors. Is Randall, against the size that OKC has with, Hartenstein and Chet? What kind of Randall are we getting?
Well, I don't know if I
Randall's the
love
bigger
Edwards
player
in the series.
Yeah.
I don't love Edwards' matchup in the series.
I probably don't
like
either.
Shea, Lou Dort, like they have a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
They can throw at him. I agree. I think it's more of a Randall series. I think Randall has another like big series. I think he scores a lot. Because obviously Chet's longer, but he's like Randall's so much stronger. I think he'll get his shots.
Curious what Rudy did in these 4 games.
I think this is a big Nas Reed series.
I love Nas Reed.
I think this is a huge series for him just with the size.
I think the speed of OKC is gonna
I was going
help.
back and forth with my friend J5. He's on Clemmer's wave. I have a small guard, Mike Conley, who's old. He's going to be hunted all game long. Rudy Gobert will be played off the floor.
I think so too.
I brought up like
Will he be? You think he will?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't
can
know.
see it.
But
Like
just
Randall-
because I think he's
So
going to
I'm
be with
looking here.
Hartenstein, right? Mm-hmm. So I know Hartenstein's like. I don't know. They're definitely going to try and go after him. But
Rudy only played 1 game this year against OKC for some reason, and he had 8 and 7 in 31 minutes.
And as good as like Randall played last series, like the Timberwolves are only scoring like 90, like 100 points. Like the Timberwolves offense, when it clicks, can score like 115. Do the Timberwolves have that kind of firepower? And the Thunder are a better defensive team than what the Warriors are.
Yeah.
I give the
statistically,
Timberwolves
they
credit
are.
too. Like I know they played the Warriors without Steph, but like they really just took care of business easily. Like there was no ever like because even like the Knicks lost without Jason Tatum, whatever, but they still beat them after.
Like
I'm
they
saying
weren't
like
tested, yeah.
they really weren't tested.
Game
They
3
kind of-
is once Game 3 was decided, the series.
Yeah.
yeah, and they kind of just
Once
went.
they blew that.
Who was the first series they played?
the Lakers.
Lakers.
But Rudy
Lakers.
Gobert, like
and
shit.
they
smashed the Lakers.
fucking
No defense,
they-
no height.
They really just they took care of business so far, and honestly, OKC hasn't
No, they haven't.
completely taken care of business like the Timberwolves have.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Now, I
I know
will
the
say-
Nuggets are better than the
I was gonna say
Lakers
they
and
have a
the
much harder
Warriors.
road.
100%.
Much harder road.
Well, yeah, just the Nuggets, because whoever they played first,
Grizzlies.
the Grizzlies were dog shit.
Lakers were kind of dog shit too.
Yeah, but the Lakers are better than the Grizzlies. That's a fact.
yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Better, but
They're
close.
definitely better.
I think
Better, they're better.
So I
They're
thought the
better,
Lakers were better going in. The Lakers were exposed.
The Lakers just didn't have a big man. That's just
And-
Got
no.
abused.
Mark
The
Williams.
Nuggets- the
Mark
Nuggets-
Williams really should have passed that. They should have passed that physical no matter what.
The Nuggets without and the Nuggets versus the Warriors without Curry. That's not even the same sport.
Yeah. No, I know. So that's why I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm excited for the series
I am
because it's
too.
such a. I think both series are really good. Do you think it's just the Pacers? Like it's just because their superstar is not really like I don't know. The Pacers have a weird. I don't know a thing about them that no one. I know you guys respect them. I said yes, and not a lot of people respect the Pacers, even though they've taken care of business.
They don't have like the big star. Like Halliburton's a star, but they don't have that like.
Like he's not a
mean-
superstar, right?
I almost think he's kind of becoming one this playoffs. I mean, he's had such a weird trajectory where like he gets
If he wins this one, he definitely is.
Yeah, of course. He gets traded. Then like he has that crazy like beginning of last year where people are like, oh my God, is he a top 5 player in the league? They win the cup or whatever. They get to the cup championship.
Yeah.
Then he kind of falls off. But then he has a good playoffs last year, and he's having a good. Then he got hurt this year. He comes back at the end of
Don't
this
forget
year.
he was on the Olympic team. Did
Didn't
well.
play. But even this year, like the difference in team when he was hurt and then when he played was massive. Like they're so much better with him, obviously, than without him. And he's obviously had a phenomenal playoff. So I think he's kind of like right there was that overrated thing, but then the voting, but then they I saw Coward broke it down. It was like 6 people said he was overrated. I think he got overblown. This chart of
that's a Twitter thing.
NBA players calling him overrated. It was 6 people. It wasn't like who gives a fuck.
It was the entire Bucks roster. Probably.
Yeah, it was who gives a shit. He's obviously a very good player.
Yeah,
but
he's an all NBA guy. I don't know the way he runs the floor when he's aggressive. I think
his shot's ugly.
It is, but it
gets hot though sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. No, but that's what it is. He just doesn't look like he's not a guy that's pleasing to watch.
Yeah, but when he's aggressive offensively and driving to the 10, they're much better for it. He needs to be aggressive this.
And they play they're kind of like those Suns teams. They play an exciting brand of basketball. Even the 3 games they played with the Knicks this year, they all were 2. I think the lowest total was 230.
Their problem.
I don't care what the
rebounding.
spread's gonna be. Game 4, I'm betting Pacers. That guy that the Knicks bullied is going to be courtside. That's just I don't care. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to bet the Pacers that game. That's one. The Pacers are winning 0.5-0 right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Got a lead.
You don't want that little thing, and it's that video can come back to haunt you.
There might be.
Also, what's that guy doing walking around a Pacers jersey before? What's he doing there?
I have no idea.
You shouldn't throw shit at him.
He wanted that to happen.
He also now gets a free fucking game and meet the Pacers. I said Vib should have went out there and done that. That would have.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. Maybe that's what I said. Maybe next time we stage a bully thing. Maybe when the Yankees are playing.
Was it
you guys just beat
Knicks
me up
in this series? You should go in a Thunder or
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
If the Knicks win the series, I should go in as
Thunder or Timberwolves
a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander jersey, and you guys just beat the piss out of me.
All right.
And then nothing happens.
Yeah, Grant Benedict getting you tickets.
I get they're yeah, that guy's a fucking loser. We used to do it every series until someone noticed.
It's always you. We beat the shit out of you.
Well, I've said, remember, the thing happened at Texas, Georgia this year where they throw throwing shit on the field. They say it should be a flag. I was saying, we need to start dressing, if you're a real fan of the team, you dress up as the other team and start doing fuck shit.
Yeah.
And get your team a penalty or whatever.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. So what's everyone's picks tonight on this game?
Wolves plus 7.5.
Same. I'm on Timberwolves plus 7.5. I took some props too. I think Naz Reid over 1.5 threes. I just think he's going to play a lot. I think it's going to be a big Naz Reid series.
I love Naz Reid, but
I'm the only one on the Thunder, huh?
No, I'm on the Thunder too. Even though I like them, I like
Edwards.
I like the
Edwards
Timberwolves
rebounds
to win the
too.
series, but I like the.
You like the Timberwolves to win the series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple things I want to ask you guys about props, because I think the props are the best in this in the playoffs.
I agree.
Rebounds was one. Hartenstein and Gobert. To me, they're both getting 9 or 10 rebounds each.
Randall likes to soar in and steal rebounds, though.
So Randall's 8 rebounds is plus 115. That's not bad.
Randall's been passing. I had a lot of assists in the last series.
I even like Shea. Shea gets a good. I like Shea at 6 rebounds plus money.
Says watching an NBA game, rooting for rebounds, you get so excited when you're.
I know
Naz.
What about Naz Reid? 6 rebounds plus 130.
The one thing with him is he's like a perimeter guy, so you're not going to get offensive rebounds with him.
Yeah.
So you got to take that out.
Okay, now player threes. Okay. DiVincenzo 3 for plus 150.
I'll tell you the one I like.
What is it?
Caruso. 2+ plus 110. Caruso is just always playing. He's get fourth quarter minutes.
I like 3 for him.
Yeah, sure.
Plus
Ladder.
360. That's the best. And then points is always fun too. So when I do points, I try and take obviously Naz Reid, 12 points for plus. He's plus 110, I think.
This will be a big McDaniel series too.
Like Rudy Gobert, he can get 10 points.
Yeah, of course.
Plus 125.
Yeah.
And
I think Gobert could be embarrassed.
But I also think Dort gets a lot of shots up sometimes. 10 points plus 150.
Dort will chuck.
You take him at home.
Yeah.
Dort's
his splits are insane.
He'll take 8 to 10 threes tonight.
Yeah, at home he takes a ton.
The worst part though,
it's the
worst part though, when you do these and you take some of the lower guys, and then all of a sudden Shea just has 40, Edwards has 40, and you're like, why the fuck did I take these other guys?
I had a Pat Spencer over game last series.
Right.
And he got in the game in like the first quarter, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And he was so bad in those 2 minutes that Kerr immediately took him out and was like,
Yep.
"What? This is not. We can't do this."
You think you're so smart, and then you're like, well, no, that's why.
I was like, I don't know. He had some good minutes when Curry got out. Nope, he was so bad. But I like to do. You know what? I'll monitor a first quarter, and if a star player, let's say Shea or Jalen Brunson or Edwards, starts slow and their live dips, then I'll jump on the points or something like that. I enjoy those.
This
moments.
is an interesting one. Most points. So this is whoever on either team has most points. SGA is minus 175. Okay, fine. Anthony Edwards is plus 295. If you think that the Timberwolves are going to go off and Ant's going to lead the charge, plus almost 300 is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it because I think the OKC wins big tonight, but that's an interesting one.
Wait, that's just tonight or for the series?
That's just tonight.
Dude, go
So
under,
he's plus what?
Plus 295.
And who's the leader?
SGA is minus 175. And then Jalen Williams is plus 900. Drops from there. This is most points in the game.
you guys got to go under conference
It's just
specials.
Edwards he does have a lot of games. I just don't like the matchup for him. Just like as an individual, I don't like it. And so I think we overlook like SJ just gets 30 every night.
Yes, it does.
Literally every night. It's insane.
The one
He's such a technician.
I just took Naz Reid one made three, one plus made threes in each conference finals game for plus 200. That's under conference specials.
He has to make it in every single game.
It has to make it 3 in every single game.
I don't hate that.
Where are you seeing conference specials?
It should be under series markets. Like there's some good ones on there. Like Lou Dort to make a 3 in every game is minus 110. The guy shoots fucking like 8 a game. It feels like.
Yeah, these are fun. These are definitely fun.
I loved also the first score exact. So that's the best. Anthony Edwards 2.5 plays is 500. They're the Timberwolves' first field goal. So it's not the first field goal of the game. It's a Timberwolves' first field goal of the game. And if it's 2-pointer Anthony Edwards plus 500. That's not a crazy thing.
Not crazy.
There. It's nice when it's not first field goal of the game, so you don't have to have both.
Suck if he hits a 3 though.
Be awful. Well, if you like that, they're both actually plus 500.
Well, that's interesting.
So how is the conference going as Knicks fans so far? Going into the series tomorrow.
I think we're gonna have a pretty strong advantage on the boards. Isaiah Jackson is out with an Achilles. That guy's physical. We don't have to deal with him. He was a problem last year. I remember that dude. He would come in, you get a little scared, you're annoyed. They don't really have much on the boards. Mitch is going to dominate them, I think, and they're going to be, Cat will get his boards. Mitch, I think there's.
Who's their guy? Is this Siakam?
It's like
Miles Turner. I mean,
Miles
he's not
Turner.
even like some.
he's not a physical guy.
rebounder,
He doesn't
yeah.
want to bang, so
I gotta be honest. I think Miles Turner is one of their X factors. When he plays well.
he bangs threes at the top of the key. I feel like, and it's
because Siakam's gonna get his. Halliburton will get his, and then it's Miles Turner's kind of. I know Nemhard's really good. but,
Nemhard is my favorite.
He's like a playoff machine.
Miles
12
Turner's-
foot,
if
12
Miles
foot
Turner's
jumpers.
starting to
on
play
him.
well. That's when the Pacers really are.
That's why they've looked so good. Like Nemhard and Naismith have been incredible.
Yeah.
Those guys is the 4 or 5
And they have
guys.
Mathurin lurking.
Yeah, he's been great.
He
too.
wasn't there last year.
Yeah.
I think you guys just need to be physical.
I think
That's
it's
what it is.
100% physical. Mitch got to dominate the boards, and I think they're in a really good spot. They've also, I think I said this on a previous show, they have trouble guarding Brunson. Nemhard has not given him much.
You gotta
They
win.
try to
this
do the
first game.
O'Connell. They try to do the O'Connell thing.
The first game, you gotta win
O'Connell
that
can
first
be a little bit of a gnat.
O'Connell has been weirdly a gnat with him, but he's still Brunson's still gotten his. But last year I just remember it being a little bit of a thing. But he just weirdly scores against us. At least in that series he did.
It's McConnell, right? Not O'Connell?
It's McConnell.
McConnell, excuse me, McConnell.
You tricked my brain. Okay. All right.
We had Jerry O'Connell. We had
Yeah.
a lot of O'Connells in my Knicks world.
We're back on track. McConnell. Yeah, but
yeah,
he's a
McConnell.
pest for sure. He comes in at the 6-minute mark, and it's just there's too much energy going on.
But I think especially having hope you're not that OG's healthy for the series.
Yeah.
And then having Bridges is huge because I just think that was I just love the matchups, them being able to defend the wing, and like you said, our advantage inside. I feel confident. I do. I feel confident in this.
The Pacers' edge would be, and we'll have Fibs on tomorrow to talk, but will be their pace. And, we don't have the deepest team in the world. It's 7 guys now because
Yes.
Mitch is back, which is helpful. We have a true 7-man rotation. That's nice. But the Pacers can gas you, and those guys run for days. If this series goes a little bit longer than it should, I do worry a little bit about their legs, especially because you're not having as many off days now. Once it starts, it's every other. So That's the one fear of me is the Pacers' pace and gassing the Knicks out a little bit.
I thought Miles Turner would be a better player.
He's been pretty good.
He's had a fine career. He's a nice player.
His
I
role,
thought
though,
when,
on this team is-
7 years ago, I thought he was going to be better than
He was in trade to got rumors, I feel like, every single deadline. Before they got
Long
to this
time.
level,
Yeah.
it was always like, where's Miles Turner's go? Who needs a center? And they just never.
But now his role on this team is kind of just like he knows what it is. You know what I mean? It's
no,
like
and
Siakam's
he's a
gonna
good
score.
fit. And he's a good like. But
Yeah.
I just he's someone that I would have bought stock in 7 years ago, and I would have been like, oh, all right.
He's just not a guy you want to have the ball at the top of the key with an open shot. It's going to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to annoy you because it's a cool looking shot. It's from the center. It's a high arc, and bang.
Texas.
Yeah,
So
Texas.
if you were to take conference finals MVP, would you take chalk on like Brunson or Halliburton, or would you look for value elsewhere?
Don't
'Cause
really know how the Knicks would move on here and it not be Brunson.
I think
What's
Towns,
Siakam's?
Towns has the
I think
monster
Cat
series.
is the one that I would
That's
take.
interesting. Yeah.
I wouldn't take Brunson because it's
I think he's
obvious.
too inconsistent.
But that's the thing. I think that he can.
Cat ends up with like averaging 20 and 12. It's gonna be hard not.
You
to
look up the
Yeah.
numbers that Brunson has against Nemhard. It's like 32 a game.
But that's what's even
because of
Towns having
Neesmith on
a 20 and 12. Like, I just don't know how we don't win this series and Brunson doesn't average close to
what I'm
30 and
saying.
like
That,
8.
no,
like,
that is true.
That's what I'm saying. This is going to. It's not. Listen, I can't say it enough. I respect the Pacers. This is gonna be a tough series. This is not gonna be like Boston. Like what Boston threw at him for Brunson. Like that's not happening here. It could happen in the finals with an OKC or whatever. But he's not going to have the trouble that he did. And that's not a disrespect to Indiana. It's more just like
It's the style of play.
Boston was just a way better defensive team.
Yeah.
That's just how they are. Like you Drew Holiday on you. It's just a fucking nightmare. I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, it'll be a nice little reprieve.
I have a Jalen Brunson 30-1 Finals MVP ticket that I took in Arizona.
What's that
He
now?
did.
It's
I bet it's probably. I bet it's like
he's
5 to
plus
1.
550.
Oh, it's-
I was gonna say.
I got it at 30.
I mean, think it's going to be pretty close to just your odds to win the title price with
Yeah.
Brunson. Only a little bit worse.
just because we were only
It's
up
like
1-0
betting
Boston at that
Mahomes
point.
win Super Bowl
was-
MVP before the game.
took the words out of my mouth. 100%. It's like if the Chiefs are gonna win, it's Mahomes. Yeah.
Siakam, conference MVP. I'm just saying, dark horse. I'm not saying he's gonna do it.
Do I hate
I
him?
think Miles Turner would be more likely than Siakam, honestly.
Really?
In this series, Miles Turner I feel like always gives us fits.
I don't know about.
What's
I don't know.
Nemhard?
Nemhard's 65-1.
He's
I mean,
such a
this playoffs he's been unreal.
He's a playoff shot maker. He shoots 29% from three in the regular season, and in the playoffs, he's just a fucking magnet
He's so
ball.
clutch too at the end of the games.
How
It's-
confident are you feeling, Meek?
I think we win the series in 6 games, but I'm not overlooking the Pacers. I think it'll be a hard fought.
Sounds like
6
you are.
games.
The funny thing is,
Sounds like you
let
are.
me say something. When all three of them keep saying we're not overlooking, they're overlooking.
No,
And they all say the
They
Knicks
all
will win.
said it
Knicks
not.
will win.
But hold
No,
on.
Knicks winning. Saying
No,
the Knicks
no,
winning.
no, no, no,
Saying
no,
the Knicks
no,
winning's
lose,
fine. Saying the Knicks
No, well,
winning's
you can-
fine.
well, you could-
But I'm gonna be honest.
I said
You guys are overlooking the Pacers.
there will be moments where we're
Knicks
down double digits.
You're overlooking the Pacers.
How can you say? I said Knicks in 7. How can you say it's overlooking them?
Maybe.
Less so for you.
Yeah.
More so for him.
He's overlooking.
I literally
No,
said
there's thinking like there's just thinking we're the better team. I wholeheartedly think we are the better basketball team. That's not overlooking. I just think we're better than them.
No, I think you're also okay to overlook. Be like, we're better. Fuck them. That's also.
I mean, they had one less win than you all year.
This would surprise me if it goes 7. I'll say that.
All right, so you guys are overlooking them. Fine, that's fine.
That's
And I would overlook
Maybe
them.
you guys
too.
are right. Maybe you guys are winning.
I would
five.
overlook them
Oh,
too.
you
I
should have
think
overlooked
it's-
them.
I
Be
think
gone.
it's okay.
I hope so.
I think it's okay to overlook.
Why does confidence equate to overlooking?
That's not it at all. I think that
I think
you
that's what
guys.
you're doing
I
a little
think
bit.
I think that you guys don't respect them that much.
Here's the difference. Do you guys
I
think?
don't think you do.
Do you guys think you'll beat the Thunder? If you guys,
I'm not
face
even thinking
Thunder?
about that.
I
No.
can't.
Focus on the
But
opponent.
if I asked that, you guys would be like, you guys would maybe lie and say, yeah. Like you guys would be like, I don't know. But Pacers, we're gonna win.
My only I guess my point would be to that is that since we beat Boston, it makes me believe that on a given series we could beat anyone.
exactly.
Like I'll never say we cannot beat. Like I'll never
Sure.
say.
Also,
But that's different than saying we're
Because we
going to
beat the
win.
Celtics.
That's
To
your-
different than saying we're going to win. Though.
To your
Sure.
point,
But with the Pacers, I think we're gonna win.
we are more familiar.
And, that might be,
The Thunder-
and that's why Marty said you're overlooking.
The Thunder, but that no, but thinking you're gonna win is an overlook. You guys are doing a little cat and mouse thing now. I know Marty too well. We're doing the, like
Can I say this?
overlook.
We are
thing.
more
Like, we're-
familiar.
especially me and Hobbs have been like so respectful. I don't know how you can say
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
in any breath.
And,
that
you
we're
know,
having
and he
with
won't
them.
be. He won't be.
You haven't been respectful. They have. You haven't.
Are you gonna be? Are you gonna be mean to Vibs?
I think the Pacers are good.
We're going to be hard, physical playoff basketball.
Like, I'm not here saying Halliburton's overrated. Like, I like watching Halliburton. Like, I think he's good. Is it fair to say
guys
that
might be Pacer fans.
we're more familiar with the Pacers? So that's where I feel more. That's where the comp. Like,
Also, they just
I
beat
think the
you,
Knicks,
so I understand. I know
Right.
you guys were hurt, so like that's also where you're like, we can't overlook them. I get.
You guys can't lose them again, right? That'd be bad.
Thing is, they're pretty much the same team as last year, except added Ben
Matherin's healthy.
back.
Yeah.
But you guys
This
have.
is an entirely different roster.
You guys are gonna win. I actually really do believe. Not even
Series price? What was it?
Minus 1.
It's 150, 160 now.
It's a bad loss if you lose, but you should.
Can't, especially the Pacers
Minus
again.
145.
Can't do that. I think this is very.
Trolling. I'm not trolling.
I'm not trolling. That's a fair.
I
it's a fair
really
statement.
think that. Like,
I'm on the Pacers only because it's plus money. Whoever's on plus money, I was going to take.
The playoff series last
Such a
year
lie.
means
That's not a lie. It's
I
not a lie.
think the playoff series last
It's
year,
not a
those
lie.
games mean nothing compared to this year because it's different rosters. Like Precious Achua was in our starting fucking lineup last year.
You guys are
He's not
much-
making
You
the
see,
court.
Carlisle
You guys are
was
in much
trying
better shape.
Carlisle was trying to gas up Precious and
Yes.
like trick Tibbs into playing him.
You're like, oh,
He's
yeah,
like, I understand they got Mitch, but they also got Precious.
dude, I saw that. I was like, he doesn't play.
Yeah, no.
No, he was trying to play like 3D chess.
Yeah,
he only played
He's
like-
trying to incept Tibbs' brain and be like, play him.
Let me be really fair. The Knicks are in a much better situation than they were last year. Like that's not arguable. That's just a fact. You guys are healthy. You guys are ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying though, if you guys lose the Pacers again, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Any loss is tough.
Any losses.
No, but like to the same
the
team
playoffs is
twice
tough.
is especially.
Yeah, no.
That's not great.
Plummer, I agree. Yes.
That's all. I mean, that's. You think that's wrong, Ev?
I mean,
No, he's not wrong.
Any losses would.
No, Ev. It's different if you lose the same team back to back years. That's different.
Jalen Brown said losing to the Knicks feels like death. I think losing to the Pacers would feel like death.
Losing to the Pacers now after beating the Celtics would be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, but losing to anyone in this, like
No.
if it was the Cavs,
if you lost to the Celtics,
if it
we
was the
wouldn't.
Cavs and we lost them, it would be heartbreaking.
I mean,
as well.
I
agree with that.
Not as,
He's
no.
right about that.
No,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
as heartbreaking.
Not as heartbreaking as
because
the
they're the
same
one seed. And
We have
this
home
is like
court. We're in favor.
your favorite. You're better. Like obviously you're gonna be hurt away, but
I don't know
this
if they're
one
better,
is.
but-
They're definitely
I don't
better.
know if they're better. They have one more win. Pacers.
Clemmer
Pacers
is
right up and
praying,
down.
is just praying.
I mean,
I'm not praying.
roster-wise, the Knicks are
someone
better.
has to be the voice of reason in this show. You guys are.
I'm not a Knicks
and you
fan.
guys are
I'm saying
biased.
they're better.
You guys are biased.
I'm
And
not.
you guys
I
should
mean,
be biased.
You're biased.
You guys should be biased. I'm
biased.
I'm actually the only.
You actually on record saying
Actually,
He's actually just.
you were
lying.
I'm the only unbiased guy.
You're arguably the most biased.
actually no, he just is the most.
Yeah, he is.
I am not. I'm being fair.
Actually, you have it on record saying like there's videos of it saying like I will root for anyone who plays against
no, I
the
said.
Knicks. Anyone.
What I said was.
anyone.
I said you will not win a title, and I will stand by that. You will not win a title.
What a bold take.
Yeah, it's true.
I said. Well, I think
actually-
I also said you will never.
There's actually
experience
only
what I felt.
one
You will never win a
person
title.
in this entire room that's not biased, and it's me.
Wow.
That's the first time in my life, I think, that I'm.
But I think you have a deep down there's some bias.
Me.
Yes.
Wow.
Just a little
I
bit.
just said the Knicks are gonna win.
But I've said it to you. I think there's a deep part of you. I've said this to you that if the Knicks were good when you're younger, you'd be a Knicks
No,
fan.
I can tell you I
and
wouldn't.
if we somehow pulled off the
Absolutely.
unthinkable,
I can promise
this
you
year,
I wouldn't.
If we pulled off the unthinkable, there'd be like if you had just invested younger, you just
No.
didn't have it in you to invest in a
Can I
bad
be?
team.
I will be.
That's a hell of an
completely-
investment, though. Ev. That's a lot of years.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
investment.
bad
but it's
investment. Bad investment.
But the
Bad investment. You
but
guys
the
are halfway there right now.
The payoff it wouldn't even.
tough.
The payoff would still not even be enough.
I mean that's
That's not true.
no,
I don't like that.
That's the front runner.
That's
I'm not
bullshit.
kidding. That's
That
front runner
was a
Marty.
joke.
He's wrong about that.
But
Marty
I'm gonna
doesn't
tell
have,
you this.
Marty doesn't have the heart to root for like
If they
source
won
I
it
do.
all,
The
that would
Giants
be
have been so
unbelievable.
bad the past 10 years.
But they were good when you were young.
Yeah.
Not really.
They were in the.
What are you talking about,
two
Marty?
Super Bowls,
They won the
Get
Super
outta here,
Bowl
Marty.
right before we were born. They won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, which that's
They
not.
went to the Super Bowl.
But that carries the like they went to Super Bowl when we were like 5 years old,
Also,
and they were pretty
won
good
2.
throughout the.
First of all.
They won 2 within a decade of us being born, within 8 years of us being born. That's enough like goodwill
also
to
you
carry
are
into,
also
like, your childhood.
Ev. You also root for the same teams as me, and also front runner teams besides the Knicks. So you are the same.
No, I don't. I grew up here though, but that's the point.
I grew up here too, and I just didn't watch the NBA.
But conveniently, you picked the one team. You didn't pick the one team that was really
I
bad.
didn't pick any team because I don't watch the NBA. What am I supposed to lie about it?
So weird.
Why? I didn't like it.
It's just weird.
It's
weird to love basketball and not watch the
because
NBA.
I'm-
Why?
because I'm right.
It's
You
most
love
Because the Knicks were
You
bad. and
love
were
the
for Knicks.
NFL. You don't watch college football. It's the same thing.
But where I
it's
grew
the
up,
same thing.
no, it's not because where I grew up, no one watched college football.
Correct.
It wasn't talked about in
Correct.
school and stuff.
I didn't watch college football either.
Everyone talked about NBA in
Yes,
school.
correct.
People watch. I just didn't love the Knicks. I don't know what you want
Because
me
they
to
were
say.
bad.
Would
That's
you-
my point.
No, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with that. Why wouldn't I pick a good team then?
Because
I would have picked a good team. That's a front runner.
If the Knicks-
Is that
if
not
the
a front runner? A
Knicks were
front runner
really good.
picks a team. No.
But I'm saying if the Knicks were really good when we were kids,
That doesn't
it
make
would
it.
be
You're
an
not
ex-
answering my question. Why wouldn't I pick a really good team in the NBA then to root for? That's a front runner.
Kind of surprised you didn't, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. So that's not a front runner because I
No.
would have picked the Lakers. I would have picked the fucking any team. I just didn't like the NBA.
I do think though, if the Knicks were good when you were young, kids at school would have been rooting for the Knicks.
100%.
You would have
So
joined
my
in with them.
my best friends are my best friend is a huge Knicks
but
fan.
they weren't
But-
good at the time, so it's
But
easier to.
what
like,
does that
not-
mean?
It's
That
easier
doesn't.
to
No,
not
it
like
doesn't.
It does
I'm
matter.
saying,
No,
what
it
does it mean?
doesn't.
Like, it means you didn't want to root for a bad team. That's
No,
it.
it's not at all.
very cut and dry.
No, it's not because cut and dry is you're not answering when I say why wouldn't I pick a good team then. So you guys are
Because you
not
just-
giving me answer when
But
I
it's
give
hard
you
to root
Because
for
it
a
would
team
have been
that's
for
not
ga-
in
yeah,
your-
because it would
I
have been
do
for games.
it.
No, but it's
I
hard.
do it now.
It's hard when you're a kid.
But there, it's
I do it when I was a kid.
But it's
I was a
teams
Duke
that
fan
are
as a
from
kid.
here.
I was a Duke fan as a kid. So I did it. So what are we talking about? You guys are just going around it.
It's very weird.
No, I didn't. My grandpa was a Duke fan.
It's very weird to not have an NBA team when you like basketball. It's strange.
No, it's
when You
not.
grew up in New York. That's fucking weird.
I don't think it's
You're
weird.
the only
at all.
person I've ever met who's like that. I've never met anyone else in my life who loves basketball doesn't have an NBA team from the Northeast. That's
You're
fucking
just gonna be a
weird.
Cooper Flag guy.
Bosco.
Yeah, Bosco doesn't like the Knicks.
Yeah, it's true.
But he used to like the Knicks.
He used to. He went to the, as he said.
Not really.
He went to the Reggie Miller.
I don't think he did. I think
When he was young,
fucking-
when he was a kid, he liked the Knicks.
He did.
I'm sure.
He's like the opposite.
Yeah.
They started to get good. He like stopped liking him because.
So you guys would rather me like a random.
Bosco's a back runner. He's not a front runner.
I would rather just be a Cooper Flag guy or like a Jason.
But that's
Tatum
what I've
guy.
always was. I was like, where JJ Redick went, I was like, oh, I fucking love.
And he
this
made the
team.
playoffs every year.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So that's I don't know. Only I could get called out for being weird for not liking it.
I don't think it's that weird. I have a friend.
I know.
I know.
I think it's
I know
kind
someone
of-
Only
off
I
the top of
could
my
do
head
that.
who does.
I don't know
the same
anyone.
thing.
So you'd rather
who
me
loves
be-
basketball and doesn't. He loves basketball. Yeah. I don't know anyone else like that.
My
You know what
one of my friends the same
Played
way.
it his whole life.
He loves basketball. He
I think
loves.
it's
he's
more
a
common-
He's a huge Maryland basketball fan because he went there. He loved it.
Yeah, it's my friend
And then he
Rutgers.
doesn't root for any NBA team.
Yeah. He watches
The
it,
NBA.
though. He likes the
it's
players.
also two different sports. It really is. The NBA and college basketball is two different.
But you like the NBA now.
I know I like betting on it. I don't like. I'm not like. It's my third favorite sport.
Yeah, it's my third, but I really like it.
I like it. I don't love it.
I like it a lot.
I think the NBA playoffs are amazing.
Playoffs is so good.
I think the regular season is one of the worst regular seasons in sports.
Regular season can be a slog.
I actually think it's the worst.
It is easily the worst because everyone makes the playoffs.
It's a giant problem to have such a good playoffs like this and have it be a polar opposite of the regular season.
No.
And that falls on Adam Silver.
And I don't know
Worst
what you do
person
to fix the
there
regular
is.
season though. Like you're not gonna like.
I think there should be less teams that make the playoffs.
I think so too.
I
But
would
then we
like-
missed out on a great playoffs.
There goes no. But the
didn't,
counter
though.
to that is there goes TV money for
Why would-
playoff games.
Yeah,
What would
every
we- what
argument
would
you
we-
do is just less money.
You can't.
The play-in game
you
truly
could
means-
shave 10, 20 games off. That would help a lot. They're not doing that because of the money.
So get rid of, you're saying get rid of the playing game?
I mean, I don't.
There's more money.
I'm fine with that.
There's more money.
I know you're not wrong.
yeah, but the 10 seed just shouldn't make us.
I agree. We're in lockstep.
Shouldn't
there.
give a chance.
Yeah, we agree.
Picks.
Yeah, what's your picks, Hubs?
I like the over in the Mets Red Sox game tonight. I don't think Walker Buehler is very good. I think Clay Holmes is due for a stinker. I wanted to take a side here because I rather sides over overs usually, but I think there'll be a lot of runs scored in that game. So over 8.5. I like the Angels tonight. Plus 136 against the A's, and then in the NBA, I'm gonna take that Caruso bet that I was saying. Caruso 2 threes was plus 120. I can't find it. I think it was around 120. Yeah. I was 2-0 yesterday. D-backs and Cardinals run line. Congrats to me.
Congrats to you.
And I thought about Will Warren over K's. That's going to be a last-minute decision for me. It's 6.
Clever.
I'm on my pick of the day, which has been atrocious this year. So bet at your own risk here. Kyle Hendricks over 2.5 earned runs. It's minus 135. There's a no sweat home run bet on DraftKings. I'm on DJ LeMahieu plus 950.
No sweat.
He's going against Patrick Corbin, who throws slop, and he's slugging like 780 off of Corbin lifetime. He's at 6 homers and 3 triples. I'm also on the Thunder minus 7.5, and I'm on the over in the Rangers Yankees game. It's Patrick Corbin versus Will Warren. It's 8.5.
That three. I told you that 3 pitcher thing's a lot.
I'm trying different things. I'm moving stuff
I
around.
like your bet tonight.
I'm shuffling some things. I'm trying different things. There's new things. And then credit to DraftKings. There's new things available this year, different things you can kind of play with. So I'm trying different things.
just real quick, college basketball, just for a second. I think it's the worst sport to be a coach in.
With the NIL stuff?
With the draft and the NIL stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, Duke got a guy from this guy, Coward, to commit to the Duke, right?
Mm-hmm.
He committed, but then he went and tried out, like, tested the waters in the NBA draft, and now he's pretty much going to probably stay in the NBA draft. So you recruited him, got him, and you still lost him. So, like, it's like, imagine dealing with that all the time. Every other coach too, like even smaller coaches.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That's why Bosco's mad all the time. And think about all the stress he has as a college coach.
That's true. Even though
He's best friends with a college coach. He's gonna
gotta
get
get a guy
stressed.
from
It feels like
Italy.
there's more movement in college basketball than there is in college football. Is that wrong?
I think football's
In terms
starting
of like
to.
players.
Like,
In the portal.
Well, I only counted what Marty was going to say was imagine doing that. I understand like the draft thing, but imagine that. But instead of 10, 12 players, 15 players, there's 100 of them.
well,
Oh, 100%.
percentage.
But like, think
So
about
I'm saying the amount of guys you got to deal with. In college, there's so much because I think there's so many like I think they need to do a documentary down the road of like the war stories of guys who transfer portal and then just like no one wants them.
Right.
Because that happens a ton in football,
Right.
and we don't hear about it. There's so
Right.
many guys that will transfer, think they're going to get money or something, they get nothing.
That's fair.
So what happens if that happens, Ev?
I mean, I think they're just kind of fucked. Or
Well, they can't go back to their old school?
They can go.
I think they.
go
Well, I
back.
think they'd have to find another place because I think a lot of times what happens is they think they're gonna like upgrade or like go to a different power school or even just a different G5 or whatever, and then it kind of just doesn't work out for them, and then they probably have to just try like basically to beg and go somewhere that they don't get money or
Someone would
or they
take
go
them
down or like
for no money.
go down to D2. Like there's other options obviously, but
But someone would take them for no money.
it depends because sometimes they fill roster spots. Like we fill these roster spots. There's none left. Like we don't need another center. We already filled that spot. We don't need another outside back.
Oh, you were leaving.
We got 3. Like I think there's way more of it than the general public realizes. That it just you hear nothing of it because they're guys that you don't already know and they just kind of fade off into existence. And
Terrible if your college career to end. That's awful.
I think it happened. It happens. There's like stories about it happens all the time. Because they'll say, "Oh, there's like 6,000 guys in the portal and 4,000 found homes, like found new places to play."
2000 didn't.
That's my point. We don't hear about those other guys.
I'm all about NIL. I hope players get money, but I'm also like the old school person where it's like, stick it out. Stick it out.
That's those kids. They're
work-
getting bad advice,
work-
or they're
work-
being emotional and
Work
making bad
on
decisions.
being better than the guy in front of you at your school right now. That's my still like old school attitude of like, don't just leave because it's going to be easier in Central Michigan because you'll get playing time.
Grass ain't always greener.
Usually it's not. Sometimes it is. I got Cubs -1.5 at +115 because the Marlins came back and won that game last night, which was something. I got Braves -1.5. Strider, I think, is going to be good. I think he's going to.
Oh, is he back tonight?
Yeah.
He I don't know if he's gonna be good right away, but he's gonna be good.
I think he'll be
obviously.
good tonight.
Yeah, he could be.
I got the Red Sox +115.
Just don't trust Bueller.
He's not. I've been the biggest on. He's not very good.
Oh yeah.
You hate Clay Holmes.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
He's fine. He's an average pitcher.
No, he's above average.
I'm curious to see how that Sox lineup does against him.
And then I'm going with the Yankees -1.5 with they're -200. Just money line.
Patrick Corbin.
I think they.
Yeah, well, Warren's
think we're-
nothing to write home about. For
Tell him that. I've been telling him that for a
minus
while.
Last 2
200.
starts been very good.
-200 is crazy.
I think it's more of a Corbin thing.
Yeah, and Corbin.
I think they see, hey, what side of the lineup, what side of the box does Aaron Judge bat from? Right?
Yeah,
Where is Corbin throw? Left.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
You see the for Judge hit a home runs +170. Just crazy.
I would never advise taking that because it's just not the best.
I know. I stayed away.
But, I mean, he hasn't hit one,
Let's go, DJ Mayhew.
Yeah, and I'm going with the Royals tonight against the Giants.
I'm on
And OKC -7.5.
I'm on Timberwolves +7.5. I'm on the Yankees over 8.5 as well. I'm also on the Brewers. I'm just fading the Orioles probably until further notice. I did it last night. It worked. That's all I got right now. Those 3.
Orioles have a bullpen game today. They don't even have a starting pitcher today.
Oh. They don't have a
I'll take the
bullpen.
Brewers.
Oh,
The
no.
Orioles don't have a pitcher for today. It's such a fucking disaster.
It'd be great if the game started and then they all looked at each other and were like, Oh my God.
Nothing's
That's
better than being
starter.
right. Being right in May is also amazing.
They used Charlie Morton in like a mop-up situation, so now they didn't. They were going to use him, but now they can't.
I can't
No, they have
wait.
no options.
Marty, the day that they trade Felix Bautista and like some of their vets will just be so good.
Yeah, more prospects.
Yeah, no, that's what they'll
I'll
say.
take
Like,
Phillips.
oh, they're doing the right thing.
I'm using my no sweat home run bet on Juan Soto plus 550.
Let's go, Phil.
You know, I guess I got to back my guy. I can't
Yeah,
be
that's
a
what
Frank.
Meek Phil does. Back these guys.
Doesn't have to hustle on a home run.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Plus 550.
backs the Mets. He doesn't.
No shuffle,
Daniel
though.
Jones, no, but he backs the Mets.
Yeah, maybe he'll shuffle.
You're a good Mets fan, Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Clemmer. And
I can't wait till he shuffles for the first time. And
You're
Mets
gonna freak
fans
out.
go
I do have
nuts.
He's shuffling like what does that mean with the girl crying when she's dancing? At the club? It's him,
Yeah.
like making him do the
have,
shuffle.
I
He's just in
have-
tears, like he's just against his will.
He's just getting a gun in his head. Shuffle, Soto.
Cohen's like, we paid you
Shuffle.
how much fucking money? Do the shuffle.
Better fucking shuffle
the
now.
fucking shuffle now.
I have a play on OKC now to take SGA's PRA. My friend J5 told me his model has him for 53. I'll take him at 45. So
What is it? I like J5's basketball.
Take a breath when you
What's the
speak.
play?
45
It's a lot of words.
plus
Take a
PRA.
breath.
He's excited.
Hold that down.
No, who's PRA?
Shay.
Oh, Shay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Shay. Shay.
Shay.
I actually, that's not like, I don't need a model for that. I
He
love
also told me his
J5.
RA
I respect J5
he also
I respect
rebounds and
J5.
assists Too, not just his
I
points.
respect J5, but that's a model. My model could come up with that.
You know what's annoying
that
with
fair?
this?
He's
Is that fair?
everybody's giving me stuff in the past, like power
That's fine.
rebounds in the first round.
I like
so.
a model. I need like this guy's rebounds tonight or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
All right.
You know what scares me with those?
I'm with J5 today.
I'm with J5 all the time. But I'm saying if I said my model came up with
But shit, no, it looked dumb. I
SGA, PRA, you'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
For that to hit though, it's got to be a game. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that frustrates me. Is like they're at home. OKC could blow them out.
If it's a
and,
blowout, he has to be putting up points. You think, though, right?
yeah, but then you're not
Probably.
playing the fourth. There's two sides of that. It's like you want the Thunder to do well, obviously for that bet, but then you want.
I don't think
Minnesota
it's
to
a
keep it
blowout
close.
tonight.
I think tonight's
I
a
do.
close
I would
game.
like to think it's not.
Oh, I don't
want to.
think-
I want
I
to
think
see
it's
a good game.
I think we get a
Is
good
there
game.
hockey tonight?
Yes,
Yes.
there is.
Hurricanes, Canes, Panthers.
I'll be taking the. No, I'm not taking a hockey bet.
I'm gonna take the Panthers.
So I love the
Handles-
Panthers.
handles
Panthers a
the
plus
talent.
105.
Panthers are so good, man.
Canes are at home. Panthers
Oh.
just played a 7-game series.
Add Florida to my card.
So
plus
it's Panthers,
105.
Canes, Oilers. Who?
Stars.
Not a great.
We need Edmonton to get there. Just for the Canada aspect, that's fun, and then McDavid, obviously.
Just
For it to be a watchable Stanley Cup.
Was
No
it
offense to
90?
the Dallas Stars. I don't know much about you. McDavid, we got to get McDavid.
93. Last.
93. The last
Last-
time Canada won a Stanley
Didn't
Cup.
they lost in 7 last year, right? Or was it 6? Didn't Oilers lose in the Cup last year?
No.
No, I don't. I don't
Who
think.
was it? Wait, but who was it that they was it?
The
I thought-
Oilers did lose in the cup last year.
Oh,
to the
they
Panthers.
did?
remember, didn't they give McDavid the MVP and they
Nicky
lose
lost?
Smokes had to
to
go to
They did?
Edmonton.
It was like the saddest thing. He had to like
Florida
mix his
won
skin out,
last
like,
year.
Florida won last year. Remember
Yeah.
Nicky Smokes?
Oh, yeah,
reluctantly
Nicky
had to go
Smokes.
to
I just
Edmonton.
remember it was a thing with McDavid. He
Right,
like
Nicky Smokes had to go to Edmonton, right?
Really?
Yeah.
because their MVP is for the entire playoffs.
Right.
Oh
So
my god.
he literally won MVP of the playoffs in a losing
And I
cup
just, I
effort.
just don't think I
Yes.
watched that. Man, so that's tough for me to say. Like I'll watch with McDavid. I didn't watch last year.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with myself.
Didn't get me there.
Good job, Ed.
All right.
remembering who won the cup last
Better
year.
than me.
And lost.
I
don't play.
Dude,
I would have
thought-
guessed anyone.
I thought they
better.
lost in the first round last year, so I have no idea.
Conference finals would have been my bet.
That is the show. Us four will be back tomorrow
With Vibs.
with Vibs.
Vibs.
Little Pacers, Knicks, and we will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.